I want to pick up on something you said on the billboards, Bonnie, because this is a national crisis for our young girls, our teenage girls. There's a sexualization now of our young girls, and they're being taught that their self-worth is based on how attractive they are. And they see it on the billboards. How new is that, though? And this is the way it's manifesting itself, because they get the message from the music, from watching movies, from watching the TV shows, from the billboards and the magazines around them. And the way it's manifesting itself, which is, again, a real national problem for us, is that our high school girls and junior high school girls are experiencing escalating rates of the early precursors of domestic violence. And now 1 in 3 girls who date are concerned that they will be physically harmed by their teenage boyfriends. 30% are sent text messages that are basically stalking messages from their boyfriends. So this is something that we need to start talking about and have a national dialogue about.
I was just going to say, I agree with you. I think technology has kind of turbocharged the sexualization of the teenagers, and it's downright frightening. And, you know, no matter how involved you try to be as a parent, it's almost like you have to put your child in a bubble to keep them from being exposed to this. And it is incredibly frightening. I don't know how we get a handle on it. And my guess is you've just got some folks who are having a hard time imposing consequences themselves to actions that kids are taking, and therefore trying to almost use the heavy hand of the law to say, well, I can't make you stop, or I can't, you know, I've confiscated your cell phone, your computer, your everything, and it's still happening. And so they're almost relying on that because they feel frustrated that they can't be.
We need a national dialogue on this. I mean, violence against women.
Well, what do you think is the solution to, let's start with the teens sexting. What's the right approach? And quickly, please.
Consciousness. We need to start a national dialogue, recognize that there's an issue, not only for teenage girls, but for women in this country with violence, and start talking about how it manifests itself early. This is an early precursor.
Programs in the high schools, like they did with alcohol and drunk driving, let kids see the consequences of what this does. It needs to change attitudinally.